Kick it, you sucker!
Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, y'all. We just kicking it, like old school, just kicking it. Hey, man, got a lot of people that want to step inside the Hall of Fame, that want to get their champagne wishes, want to get their caviar dreams. It's only one place to do it. It's only one place you can get that, and it's right here inside the Hall. Let's do it, Bradley.
All right, so we have a lot of people chiming in on Twitter this evening. They want to ask Booker T a myriad of questions, so let's start with this one.
No Jordan, nothing about Jordan Miles. I don't want to.
Okay, we won't. We'll avoid that. At Avidad Zavir, WWE. Hopefully I got that right.
Abu Dhabi.
He said, Booker T, can you describe yourself in one word? That's a hard one.
It's badass, one word.
I think you can make it. I think you can make it. We can make it one word.
That's it.
All right. At Javan Bay Area, will you be involved in more boxing coverage with Fox?
Will I be involved with more boxing? Yeah, that's my motive, is to actually try to transition into the boxing world. I love boxing. I love the art of the pugilist and the combat, being just up close and personal with it. The fighters, I got so much respect for the fighters and the managers and the promoters. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. As well as I want to say big shout out, man. Big shout out and congratulations on the debut of Evan Holyfield going out there and doing his thing on DAZN just last week too. A friend of mine, Termite Watkins, is his trainer, and I tell you, man, those guys are looking to have an awesome career, looking to get Evan back on the show. We had him on it, I guess about a month and a half ago when he signed with Main Event Boxing, and now to see him make his debut was really, really awesome. So yes, I will be doing a whole lot more behind the scenes in boxing.
All right, this is from at DSmooth2010. Do you think we will ever get Wilder and Joshua, even if Joshua was to lose to Ruiz again?
If Joshua was to go out and lose to Ruiz a second time, I don't think we would ever see the fight between him and Deontay Wilder, just because it would be no interest in a fight like that. I think the interest is, two big heavyweights going out there. I think the intrigue was, two undefeated heavyweights going out there and doing it. But now since Joshua slipped on a banana peel, he has a chance to go out there in Saudi Arabia and redeem himself. Can he do that? Will he do that? We're going to find out in about a month or so. And trust me, I will be intently watching to see exactly how that play out, because I am looking forward to Wilder versus Joshua. That's the fight I've been clamoring and chomping at the bit to see.
At BC 83 wants to know, what did you think of your student Dio Maddin getting F5 through the announce table last night?
I was just glad it wasn't me. I've been in situations where stuff like that has happened, but I've said that, Dio Maddin, as well as, a lot of guys that's in that locker room, it's time for somebody to step up. Maybe that time to step up is for Dio Maddin to say, hey, man, I'm 6'6" tall and I'm not to be played with. Put me in a match with Brock Lesnar. Let me go out there and give him this kid's former football player, the NFL. He's got a background. He's and the thing is, I think, it was a sneak attack as far as Brock. You know what I mean? He didn't just come at him face to face. It wasn't like a one-on-one thing. So Dio Maddin might be getting some revenge.
All right, I'd like to see it. El Gigante wants to know. Yes, wants to know, do the quote-unquote boys respect Dave Meltzer or other wrestling dirt sheet writers?
No. We don't respect
one.
Dave Meltzer or his opinions or his reports, especially when 90% of them aren't accurate. Especially, I would say, 99.999% of them that was written about me wasn't accurate. I've never, sat down and had a conversation with Dave Meltzer, where he gets his news from and his sources. I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm just one, that's saying, hey, I don't value his opinion a whole lot. You have a consensus, and ask a lot of the other guys and see what they say. And I think, we'll be in total agreement.
All right, let's go to @AlexaBlissFan, WWE. Says, what did you think about the NXT roster invading Raw and SmackDown? Do you think Raw and SmackDown should invade NXT tomorrow?
Hey, man, I kind of like it. It reminds me of the invasion of when WWE showed up at the arena way back in the day, in the tank, with X-Pac and Triple H. And
right.
It was awesome. Who is that? It's not. No, that's not who I thought it was. But no, man, it was awesome, man. It showed me that that the business is still alive. It showed me that these NXT guys are, ready to get plugged in, and the war is heating up more than anything. It's about giving these guys their piece of the action, and if it's time for them to come up, let them shine, and the thing is with something like this, the fans will let you know if they like it or not. The fans will let you know if they want to see these NXT guys move up and take over. You know what I mean? So my thing is this, how many times have I talked to you, Brad, and say, man, it really truly is about the young guys.
Every time
letting these guys shine, letting them come up, and I do think it's enough room for everyone to be able to shine, and that's what it's all about. That's what the game used to be about. One guy wasn't just the guy at the top of the card. Of course, every time we had a show, and just say for instance, The Rock, he was the main event. And, we would always, go up to The Rock, and most of the guys, they would always go up to The Rock and say, "Hey man, thanks for the house. We appreciate it." It sold out house that night. Now, honestly, I don't think The Rock actually felt in his heart that he was the reason all of those guys were there. He knew that it was collective, you know what I mean? But that's what we do as a unit. We make everybody better, and the guy at the top, we push him even higher than perhaps he think he could go himself, you know what I mean? So my thing is letting these NXT guys come in and invade, even Matt Riddle showing up, you know what I mean? He better not show up in one of my segments. I'll put something on his ass. But no, I like it. I like it a whole lot.
At Huey Louie wants to know, what did you think of Brock Lesnar quitting SmackDown and going after Rey Mysterio on Raw? Because now apparently they're going to go one-on-one at Survivor Series.
Hey, I like it. I always said Rey Mysterio is the biggest little man that anyone has ever seen. Put him in a situation. Rey Mysterio is going to go out there and he's going to bring it. He's going to give you everything. You're going to love it. At the end of the day, he's going to definitely make you remember and think about Eddie, when he go out there and perform. And that's what Rey Mysterio is really truly all about, man. He's a warrior. He is a 100% Aztec warrior, man. He's going to go out there, and even if you got to take a beating from Brock Lesnar, trust me, you're going to be thoroughly entertained when Rey Mysterio walk out of there. And you know what? I would not be surprised if he walked out of there, a little heavier than when he walked in. I'm just saying.
Got to put some muscle mass on.
Yeah. So definitely, man. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how that thing play out.
All right, we got time for a couple more. This is at Trill250 wants to know, what's been your favorite fight of 2019 so far in the UFC?
Favorite fight in the UFC, man, 2019 so far. Man, what have we seen this year? What all did we cover this year that made me feel a certain way? Man, it hadn't been a whole lot that really, I don't know. Adesanya, I think Adesanya would be the breakout of 2019 for me, man. Israel.
Fight he had with Gastelum was great.
I'm serious. You know what I mean? This guy, he's gone out there and come from the kickboxing world, didn't have that complete wrestling background, and then go out there and, tangle with guys that have, been in the game much longer than he has from that perspective. I'm talking about wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and then for him to pick it up as quick as he has, and then to has risen all the way to champion. in that game, man, it tells me how good and how special Israel Adesanya really is. So he will get the nod for me.
So here's our final question. It's coming from a friend of the show. You might know this guy. From Shelton Benjamin wants to know, at Booker T, what is it going to take to get you back in the ring so I can have a one-on-one match with you? # dream match. That's from Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton just want to beat up on me because I'm old. You know what I mean? He would have just beat up. He'd say, man, Booker T's old. I know I can get a win on him. That's a come up. You know what I mean? You're talking about the ultimate rub. But nah, man, I would love to wrestle Shelton Benjamin, man. I'd love to actually, have done that, when I was doing it. But man, my thing is, man, I'm done, man. I've had my day in the sun. It was good. It was real good, man. I don't want to tarnish, man. I don't want to tarnish my legacy. And people say, man, this ain't the Booker T I remember seeing, man. He's a little slower. The side kick ain't as hot as the scissor kick ain't as swift. The spinning Rudy one revolution. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know, man. I always say never say never. And I always say, man, if I had to get back in the ring right now, if I had to, if it was for Kendrick James, and if it was for Kennedy Rose and my lovely queen, man, I put the boots on in a heartbeat, man. But I'm gonna tell you right now, as long as I'm making this Fox money, dog, forget about it. Hey guys, stick around. More Hall of Fame back in a minute.